the first command that we are going to do here is print command. So print hello world. So we're going to print this line. So press enter. So that returns the hello world, that text immediately after printing. So that is the result from the interpreter.
Where you put print and put a space after it, does it matter whether you put a space in or not?
Some spaces not. So maybe here I can tell you. So in this place, spaces, it doesn't matter anywhere you give a space actually. So in this line, no space is required. If you don't give any space, no problem. Printing here again, just to show you one more thing, because you asked, that's why. If I give some space here, let's say, for example, here, okay, hello.
Yeah,
okay.
Obviously it will.
Yeah, so then you see the space is coming here. Yeah. So, but if I do outside here, like you have something, that will not have any effect, because this print space, on a space or no space or some spaces, no result. I mean, there's no problem with this actually. But the only thing is inside the string, if you give a space, that will be blank space.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Right.
Thank you.
Okay, no problem. You cannot edit or you cannot delete the coding. And not only that, you cannot write multiple lines. If I like to print 2 lines of thing like hello or I'm here. So if I like to print 2 lines, I cannot do it together. I have to do it separately, because after press enter, it already printed. So when you write a program, it's better to create a new file. And then inside that file, a document. In that document, you can write your coding. Then in on-go, click and execute. So that way, you have your coding done. It's saved also. You can save it, as well as you can see the result. How we do that? Go to the file, and then new file, or Control N. So if you click new file or Control N, okay, so then what you'll see a new window coming, like a blank window. It's okay, so that window is still part of this software, but although it is separate, actually it is connected to your compiler.
Right, so they know about each other.
They know each other, yes. So whatever you type, it knows actually each other. So I'm just putting on to another, because then you can see both together. So now here, I can type again. What I'm going to do now, print hello friend, friend, friend. Exclamation, that's fine. And then I'm also printing print how are you. Right, so I wrote 2 lines, still not executed. I just completed my writing here. And then you have to save it. You cannot run it without saving. So you need to go to the file and save, or Control S to save this command, to document this document somewhere in your computer. If you use our laptop, in C drive, we have a student folder. So you can go to the C drive, then a student or students, and then you may create a new folder with your name. Okay. And then inside that folder, you can save your files. So I am going to save in a folder called Python, and then I'm going to give it a name here. I'm going to say day 1.
There's a student called 4, I think.
You already have. Okay, so you can say 2, or you can say your last name as well. All right, so and then so file name could be anything, but because I have multiple files already with this same name, so that's why I'm going to say day 1, and then I'm going to correct it here 2025 02 10. So that is the number day 1, and this is the date where I'm going to start my file name. Usually file name ends with .py. Okay, so .py is extension. If you don't give py, by default it will be .py.
You'll add it anyway, right?
Yeah. So I'm just giving right py. So that is the name, and you can save it any folder. So physically it will create a file, and where you can open it in a notepad or text pad. You can open it in many places. It's like in simple text file. Right. Now what we have done, we wrote our coding, and we are happy with that. We saved it. Now finally we'll run it. So run is a command in the 4th column here, and run module, or you can press F5. Either run module or press F5.
Question.
Yes.
Sorry, is it okay if I
Sure,
I
sure,
can
sure.
press-
That is better. Then we can answer quickly. Otherwise, I have to go back. Yes.
Sorry. So why is so the idle shell, the one that we have created originally, obviously the options at the top aren't the same across both of the windows. So this one's actually not the same thing. It's kind of embedded in between in that already. Is that right?
Yes, it's already embedded.
There isn't a run at the top there either.
Yes.
So, I mean,
So it is actually seems like a separate, but actually that is your main window. Always should be there. And this will
they're not supposed to look identical.
no. They're not identical actually.
Yeah.
They're separate things actually because this is just you can write. You cannot do any execution here. You can execute, but you can see the result here. So if you run, only then it will go take this command to the shell because what is happening actually, this command going to this shell to interpret. So run, and then you'll see it is running here. That is saying that this is the location of my file, and that from that location is executed, and is this is the result of that file. You cannot see the code. You can see only the result. So from the notepad, you cannot see the result. You can write only. And here, you can only see the result, but you cannot see the code here. So it's like working together. Okay.
Run it from the main shell. Can you, or do you have to always go to the other one and?
You can for the main shell you cannot because main shell you can just open the file,
Right.
okay, and then run from the document, not from the main shell actually. But okay.
So
Yes.
you're using the main shell and shell.
This machine is called we usually it's a file, so it's called a Python file. This is the command line shell. That means this is the skeleton that interpret your language.
So when you say compiler or shell, you mean the big one?
Big one.
And the Python
Yeah.
file or editor?
Editor means when you can write your coding. Yes, editor. The benefit is here. If I want, I can update. Let's say I forgot a comma here. Let's say hello, then frame, and I can put a comma and change it whatever I want, and then run again. You need to save, of course, and then run again, and then you'll see the result again.
You have to file save it.
Every time you have to save actually. If you don't save, it will prompt you for saving.